What is going on, everybody? Adam here with eTrailer. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the black Armour trailer mat. What sets this apart from any of the other mats you see on the market is that it's the most heavy-duty mat you can throw on your trailer. Why? Well, it's a 1/2 inch thick. It's huge. It's really, really thick, so it's going to protect everything. And the nice thing about it being so thick, it's actually extremely heavy. So 110 pounds. It's extremely heavy duty. So what is it gonna do? One, it's gonna increase the traction. A lot of the times when it starts raining and stuff, this wood will soak up some of that water or the oils and stuff, and it gets a little slick. It doesn't really look that nice. With this, we do have a diamond plated little design, but I like this because it's not coming out, it's actually indented in. So if it does start to rain, it's gonna puddle up, and there's more surface area that way. So you'll have plenty of traction, you're not gonna slip around. And this will not absorb water, and it will not really have any issues with ice. So with this, since it's so flexible and rubbery, with a normal trailer, you know, wood doesn't really flex that much, so you really have to scrape all that ice off. With this, if you do get ice buildup, you can just go ahead and just, and it'll break all that ice up. So in the winter, it'll be good. In the summer, it'll be good, and it won't fade away over time. This is just gonna protect your trailer from getting kind of gross looking. We have a couple trailers here that really don't look that good. This is a newer trailer, so we're trying to prevent that and keep this wood as nice as possible for as long as possible. So this trailer, if it had that mat on there, we wouldn't see all of this. As you can see, it's starting to just get absolutely disgusting. And if you do have some like attachments that go through like he had here, obviously, it's not really going to do a whole lot because this whole entire floor is just disgusting. So we want to prevent this because putting floors in trailers isn't really the easiest. I don't love the job, and it's just expensive. The nice thing about the mat, it's made of recycled rubber. So with this, it takes a tree, let's save the trees and make them last as long as possible, and just reuse all the stuff that we use. I really like how it is recycled. It just makes me feel a lot better about my purchase. A lot of times when I'm hauling stuff, the wood's a little bit less grippy than some of the trailer mats. So we're gonna take this, put it right here, and rip around the parking lot to see if it's gonna move around. And then we'll compare it to how the mat is. Well, it's not where I left it, so let's put the mat in. It will be a little bit easier if you have a friend, but I'm not too strong, but I can do it. It's just gonna be a little difficult to get it in there because it is so heavy, but you can manage it on your own, I think. I can, but it'll take me a little bit longer, but hopefully we won't see as much movement. Wow. Weighs about 110 pounds, which is a lot. It honestly kind of helps the tongue weight. This thing's a little heavier in the back, so I don't have a whole lot of tongue weight with nothing on here, so that kind of helps with that. But let's see, I had it about here on the trailer, so it's behind the axle. It's going to see a decent amount of movement just like last time, so let's take another rip around the parking lot. Well, this is where I left it, so it definitely did increase the grip, which makes sense. Rubber is softer than wood. I figured that would happen, but we just wanted to show you. Another thing, there's a lot of people saying that they would bolt this thing down. Some people say they wouldn't bolt it down. I think you just do what you want, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it on the highway without bolting it down, about 65 miles an hour, to see if we see this thing flapping up or anything like that, just to see if you're gonna need to bolt it down. I think the 110 pounds is gonna be plenty for what we need, but let's go find out. We went about 65 miles an hour on the highway, and this thing was rock solid. One thing that you need to do when you take it out of the wrapping, you may have noticed I had a little bit of a curve on one side just because we just took it out today and it's only about 70 degrees. So if you let it sit out in the sun and heat up, it will flatten out. And once it's flat, it's not gonna curl up after that. So be mindful of that. If you are just kind of nervous about it flying away, we didn't see anything happen. So if you really wanted that peace of mind, you can run a couple wood screws in it if you really want to. Make it kind of easy to take out. because a lot of people, they use this for other things when they're not using their trailer. I don't use my trailer in the winter because this is basically just for mowers. So what I'm gonna do is put it in my garage to protect my garage floor, since this floor won't be used. I take pride in my garage floor. I did these myself and I have a nice clear coat on it. So what I wanted to do is throw something down here because my machines leak. As you can see, I have a little oil spot there, but the bad thing about this stuff, this is like carpet. So it actually does end up seeping through like that. So this is gonna do a lot better job at that. It's not gonna sink through it, and of course, it's not going to eat away at the material of the rubber mat. So this is what I'm trying to avoid by putting the mat in my garage. Another nice thing about this is when it does get a little bit of oil or whatever you got on there, you can pull it out. Unlike the carpet, it's gonna be a lot easier because the carpet basically just has all that stuff soaked into it. But with this, it's gonna be a lot easier to clean. You can use harsh chemicals on it. I like to use degreaser for a lot of my stuff because a lot of my machines leak. I wish they didn't, but they do. So you can go ahead and just clean it off real easy. If you're looking for the most heavy duty and you want to protect your trailer to the utmost degree, the best you can, this is gonna be the way to do it. It's the thickest one on the market, super heavy, and there's a lot of different applications you can use it for. I'm gonna use it in my garage during the winter and on my trailer during the summer months when I'm mowing around. Also, just whether you're just protecting some of the equipment that you're hauling around, you don't want it to get all scuffed up like kayaks or something that will get a little scuffed up, or you're just protecting your trailer. This is gonna do both, and it's gonna give you peace of mind, and it's gonna prolong the life of your trailer.